What's up guys, and it's their time of the year. The best of the Samsung has finally arrived. The Galaxy S26 Ultra take on the best of Apple, which is the iPhone 17 Pro Max. This is a yearly tradition on the channel to kick off all the testing, so we will be doing everything from apps opening to rendering, gaming, image processing, comparison and much more. Let's get right into it. As always, we are going to kick things off by booting up both phones at the same time. The Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra is a comparison with the iPhone 17 Pro Max and the Snapdragon 8 Generation 5 on all Ultra models. So this is a pretty obvious, and it is a pretty fast as well as compared to the A19 on the iPhone 17 Pro Max, A19 Pro chip. By the way, I feel like every year the boot up speed on the Snapdragon chip are getting faster and faster. So yeah, that was a noticeable difference. Both devices look fantastic, but this is different. This privacy display feature is little limited. So yeah, look at that. I am 100% sure that Apple is going to adopt the somewhere down the line on the iPhone, but wow. So we are going to leave this on and increase the brightness a little bit. Engine here we go at the same time. And while this is running, let me talk about what case I just picked up for my Galaxy S26 Ultra. This might be one of the cleanest S26 Ultra cases you could pick up. Ultra thin, ultra light aluminum frame and built in passive thermal management system. This is not your average case. This is an aluminum armored fiber case, and the whole idea here is protecting your phone without running the phone itself. It's just 1.2 mm thin and only 27 grams. So it's on your phone. It's extremely light. Material wise, it is rocking armored fiber, which is a super lightweight but extremely durable with just a premium woven texture that look very performance focused. One of the standard feature is a thermal engineering aluminum built in their called hyper passive cooling system. So this is actually help spare the heat during heavy gaming or 4K recording, and there is even an intelligent temperature indicator strip that visually reacts based on the device heat. Camera protection is also on point thanks to the super car grade aluminum alloy frame. Now if you want something more everyday protection focused, that this is the aluminum protested mechanical case. This one uses a high elastic TPU full wrap body for shock absorption. It's designed for everyday drop up to 1.5 m. You still get raised screen and camera protection, so no surface contact when you place the phone down. And this whole mechanical frosted translucent bake look pretty cool. There is a light reactive luminous halo that glow after light exposure, and you get aluminum side bottom which feel super tactile. Anti-slip grip adopt help you with the one hand use, and yes, it's finally massive. It's finally makes you compatible for the mount and accessories. Best of all, just for you guys, for the limited time only, you can get up to 100. You can get up to 10% of this case. So definitely check them out and give your S26 Ultra the proper premium case experience. So we are down with the benchmark, and you can see this is a pretty insane. Galaxy S26 Ultra has a pretty noticeable lead in the multi-core score over the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Again, this is the iOS 26.3 latest benchmarks test. Literally the phone can hit 10K, but you know it's the on the day performance that counts today. Obviously iPhone still has a little bit of the edge when it comes to in single core performance, but that are always very close. But let's see how they translate into real life performance. Starting with the apps opening test, obviously just the standard protocol. We are going to start off with the system based app first, just to see the animation and how things are looking. First up, we have got phone dialer. Let's exit at the same time. Look at the date, really smooth. It's may took them a while, but seem like Samsung has really finally fully nailed the animation, just like how they are on iOS. But let's go ahead and open some third-party application, starting with the sporty. That is the thing a little bit quicker. The S26 Ultra. Go to the careful with my word in the video because don't want to piss off some fanboy. But yeah, you can see it looking pretty smooth on both phone with the scrolling and everything. We are going to exit at the same time. Next Next up we have YouTube. That is definitely faster on the S26 Ultra. ChatGPT that is really faster on the S26 Ultra. iPhone took a little second there. Moving out. Next on the list we have Quora. Once again quicker on the S26 Ultra. Let's do a quick scroll test. Very smooth on the both phone. Instagram that is really quick on the both devices. Again you guys are you a judge there. Both phone light up the feed very quickly. Let's do a quick scroll. Looking pretty fast. Although I feel the iPhone is the loading thing a little bit quicker than the S26 Ultra. Overall thinking are looking very smooth. Let's go ahead and check out my profile. Load up very fast on the both devices. Moving out, let's go ahead and try the Instagram camera. That is fast on the iPhone. Fast the iPhone once again. Let's try into one more time. Once again fast on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Exciting on the same time on both phone again very smooth. Reddit I feel like that was a little bit quicker on the S26 Ultra. Let's see the scrolling speed looking really good. TikTok definitely faster on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Galaxy S26 Ultra took a little while there and now we can start scrolling. My profile dialed up really fast on the both phone. By the way, do follow me on TikTok. Let's go back. Scrolling once more time looking very smooth. Next we are jumping quickly into Netflix. That is definitely quicker on the S26 Ultra. Going to log in my profile once again faster on the S26 Ultra. Let's do a quick scroll test in Netflix. Yeah, the in-app performance looking pretty good as well. From here on we are going to jump into same game. So let's start off with the Subway Surface on both devices and you can see that was really faster on the S26 Ultra. That was actually noticeable faster there compared to the iPhone 17 Pro Max. We are just going to start this and this excite on both of these two games. Next we have Asphalt 9 on the both phone or Asphalt Legend. So as you can see that is all loaded up the both devices, but I feel like the iPhone is faster there. So let's hit play at the same time on the both devices and see what is the status on the in-game loading time. And that is so neck and neck, but I can't even tell which ones was quicker. Let me know in the comments which one was quicker with the Absolute 9 loading time. But that was really close. Again this game is running at the 120 fps on both devices, so no iOS specific setting. We are getting same graphics on Android as well, provided you have Sander Elite Generation 5 chip. So we are likely going to get 120 fps along with the top graphics. Next we have PUBG Mobile, another on my favorite game to play on phone, and seem like the iPhone is a little bit ahead. And yes, it's done with the loading time. Again both were really neck and neck. So we are going to start off the little right from the get-go. Obviously this is dependent on the internet connection, so let's see which one load up our stage quick. Again very neck and neck. iPhone was probably just a little bit quicker there. Let's go ahead and check out in-game performance as well. Again the graphics are cranked up all the way to the max and just a little bit quicker there. Let's go ahead and check out in-game performance as well. Again the graphics are cranked up all the way to the max on both devices, so both phones are now using aluminium. Obviously Samsung kind of following Apple when it comes to the scenario it's concerned. As you guys can see, zero log battery performance. Let's check out some ground performance on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. While all those apps are open in the background, hopefully we do have 12 GB of RAM on both devices. So but yeah, this is looking as expected. And let's have a quick look at the PUBG performance on the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Once again as expected, this is looking very nice. Might have personal performance in terms of the display because obviously we have noticed still a pretty noticeable notch on the iPhone or dynamic island. Well, here we have the signal punch hole, so it's a little bit cleaner, but the actual display quality look incense on both phones. And obviously with the privacy glass you can kind of hit what you are doing on the S26 Ultra. Next up I am going to quickly jump into the camera on both phones. So that was a little bit faster on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Here we are going to try out a couple of different modes to see which is a take faster 24 megapixel / 50 megapixel photo. So on the S26 Ultra you can have manually switch to 24 megapixel. So let's do this at the same time. As you can see, iPhone is way quicker while Samsung does some post processing in the background. Let's try in once more time. Once again you can see there is about 3 3-second wait in gallery. Now let's manually select 45 megapixel GPEG on 50 megapixel, you can say. So let's try this at the same time. Once again, iPhone is done, while Samsung took like 2 seconds or 2 and 1.2 seconds to processing that. I feel like 50 megapixel photo are getting processed slightly quicker than the 24 megapixel photo, which is interesting. But yeah, in both mode, the iPhone seem to be quicker. Now let's do some video rendering comparison on both phones and see if there are any improvement on the S26 Ultra. So hitting the VN application on the both phones, we have loaded up the similarly projected on the timeline. We are just going to pick around LUT on both phones and let's go ahead and export at the same time on both phones. This is going to be the big size. So here we go, boom, and we are going to keep the app open because this is going to quick interesting. Seem like S26 Ultra is ahead 3%. You guys told me that Adobe Rush is not really optimized for Android devices. So Galaxy S26 Ultra is almost done while the iPhone is at 63%. This is quite a heavy render on both phones, but clearly Samsung has definitely improved things. And now I am using the different rendering app. So this is obviously more optimized as well, while the iPhone is still at 66%. And now we are done with the iPhone as well. So that was an extra about 10 minutes wait. So let's wait. So let's excite at the same time. Now lastly, we are going to do quick browsing battle on the both phone. We are going to load up some website at the same time. Let's see, just to put extra stress on the open application in the background. So we are going to do a quick scroll, looking pretty smooth on both phones. We are going to open on the more website GSM Arena. Let's get that is feel like a little bit quicker on the S26 Ultra. Once again, looking very smooth. Let's excite and check out the RAM management performance. See if things are still open in the background or not. We open quite a lot of application. We are going to go all the way because to get mark 6 benchmark. Let's launch in that is still there on both phones. Let's go all the way back to phone dealer. Still they are setting 40 YouTube, that is in refresh on the both devices for a feed. ChatGPT still are there. Quora, Instagram still there. Let's jump to Reddit. This might be full refresh. Let's see TikTok. Okay, feel like Apple might be doing some refresh here, thus there, but I did not know if there are like TikTok did feel like full refreshed on the app. So we will definitely count that one. Netflix, as you can see, iPhone has started to refresh things in the background while the Galaxy S26 Ultra is still keeping everything opened. This is definitely pretty obvious now that which phone is keeping things in the memory. Jumping back to the Alpha 9 that got refreshed on both phones, but Alpha 9 always does that. Let's go ahead and jump back to PUBG. That still there is both phone. Back to the editor. Now we are finally back to the browsing. In the term of RAM management, definitely Galaxy S26 Ultra take the case. So that's it for this speed test video. I have to say the Galaxy S26 Ultra definitely is looking really sharp and polished when it comes to the software as well as the chipset performance is concerned. I was really surprised to see the video rendering performance in the WAN editor of the S26 Ultra compared to the iPhone 17 Pro Max, as well the RAM management because it kept pretty much all the application there, which is great. Apple obviously is still the king when it comes to the camera high megapixel processing. It definitely quicker taking those 24 megapixel photo. Overall, both phones are again neck and neck. We are talking about a few seconds of difference. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. I think Samsung did really well, but let me know what do you think in the comments below. As well as a battery test that is coming up, please subscribe and like the video to show your support. With that being said, I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.